have another wrap up for you. I think this is part 4. I think this is part 4 of my May wrap up. Ow. I've been doing these in chunks so I can return stuff to the library more often, and I had a big pile of graphic novels come in, so yes, this is part 4. So yeah, I'm just going to start in on them. This is Maus Volume 2, A Survivor's Tale, and Here My Troubles Began by Art Spiegelman. This is a non-fiction graphic novel. I guess it counts as a memoir. He's writing down his dad's story of surviving the Holocaust in Auschwitz. I'm probably mispronouncing that. And everything. The art looks like this. It's really well done. It's really interesting how he uses different animals for different, for people from different countries and everything. It's got some of his like day-to-day life as he's drawing it and writing it as well. But all of his dad's story. There's just the 2 volumes, or you can get it in a bind-up. These were actually recommended to me by my husband Alex as one of his recommendations for Nonfiction November. I'm still catching up on all of those. I got so many recommendations, and even I couldn't keep up with all of them. But I gave this 4 stars. It's very well done. If it sounds remotely interesting, I would definitely recommend picking up the first volume and checking it out. Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of out of it. It's like almost 11 o'clock at night. Then I read Spell on Wheels Volume 1. Volume 1 implies that there's going to be, going to be more volumes, but I didn't see any more on Goodreads, so I don't know. This is by Kate Leth. This was really, really good. It's about these witches and some of their magical items that they need are stolen, including some really, really important stuff that lets them make more witches. Not necessarily make more witches, but bring out the talents of people who could be witches. Yeah. So it's really good. It's really well done. I absolutely loved it. I hope there is more because I would love to read it. I gave this one a 4 stars as well. Here's some of the art from this one. If this sounds remotely interesting or you're into witchy type books or anything, I would totally recommend this. This was great. Then I read, well, I guess this is where Goodreads is at work. If you read a bunch of stuff in one day, I've noticed that Goodreads just kind of like mixes it all up until you give it like a day or 2 to sit on it. So, let's see, then I read the DC Universe Rebirth line of Wonder Woman. This is Volume 4, Godwatch, which, come on, I know you're around here somewhere. There we go. I gave this 3 stars. I've been liking these quite a bit, but the reason this got knocked down a star for me is because this one is a lot of rehashing of stuff we read in the first 3 volumes from different people's perspectives. There was more added in everything, so it wasn't quite so interesting to me, but I did really enjoy it still. Let's see, here's some of the art for this. If you're interested in Wonder Woman or you watched the movie and enjoyed it, I would recommend this arc. I'm enjoying it. And I'm also enjoying this arc, which is another one that I'm reading. This is the New 52, Wonder Woman Volume 2, Guts. The last one, sorry, the other one was by Greg Rucka. This one is by Brian Azzarello. I gave this one 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was really well done. There's, so far in this storyline, there's this girl that Zeus got pregnant, and Wonder Woman is trying to protect her. It's the short version. So, I'm really enjoying it thus far, and I'm looking forward to reading Volume 3. Yes, Volume 3. I read Avatar: The Last Airbender, The Rift Part 3 by Jean Luen Yang, I gave this 3 stars. It's good for what it is. If you're into Avatar, I would recommend it. I'm not really into Avatar, but the storyline was good. This is some of the art. This one, yeah, this is the 3rd in the series, so if you've been watching my wrap-ups, you've seen the first ones in these series, so I won't go too much into detail for the later parts. This is The Wicked and the Divine Volume 3, Commercial Suicide by Kieran Gillen. I gave this 3 stars. This series is interesting. I really like the concept of it, and the execution is very well done, don't get me wrong. It's just one of those things where, like, it's better as a concept than it is as a fleshed out thing, if that makes sense. At least that's how it is to me. I do enjoy these. They're just, I don't know, like I said, I enjoy the concept more than it actually happening. But here's some of the art. If you've heard of these and you're remotely interested, or you saw when I read Volume 1, I mean, pick them up. They're worth reading. It's just, This is Saga Volume 8 by Brian K. Vaughan. I gave this 4 stars. I am loving this. This series is quite great. Here is some of the art. This is Volume 8. This is the most recent volume. You have to wait until October for the new one. But it's basically about this world and its moon, and they're 2 different societies, and they're constantly at war with each other. And there's this girl from the planet and this guy from the moon, and they fall in love, and they have a kid, and they're running away from everybody because everybody wants to kill all of them. And they make friends and make enemies that become friends and all this stuff along the way. It's really good. I'm not describing it wonderfully, but this series is great. I wasn't really that interested when everybody else was talking about it, and then I got into it when I was on my graphic novel kick last month, and I am loving it. Cannot wait for the next one. So, read that. I read The Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. I think this is Volume 2. Squirrel, You Know It's True by Ryan North. I give this 3 stars. It's okay. I'm not really into it. There's some of the art. It's interesting. I'm not really into it. It's about a Marvel superhero, or a Marvel Now superhero, I guess. Apparently those are different things. I don't know. Named Squirrel Girl. So yeah. I don't really DNF series as easily, so I'm still reading these, and they're okay. Like I said, 3 stars. Just I read Ms. Marvel Volume 6, Civil War 2 by G. Willow Wilson. Is that how that works? Let me look in the thing on my thing. Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, G. Willow Wilson. I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed this one. This was a Goodreads Awards nominee for last year, apparently. And here's some of the art for it. I'm really enjoying all of the Ms. Marvels, actually, and I'm looking forward to reading the next one. Then I read Hawkeye Volume 1, My Life as a Weapon by Matt Fraction. I gave this 2 stars. For one, with the exception of this little mini comic at the tail end, I wasn't really into the art style. And for 2, this isn't about Hawkeye as Hawkeye. This is about Hawkeye as Clint Barton. So it's about him being a human, not being an Avenger or Hawkeye or anything. I mean, it has Hawkeye aspects in it, but yeah. And some of the storytelling aspects I wasn't really into, so I ordered the next one. We'll see how it goes, but I did enjoy the tail end part with, this art. I enjoyed that bit a lot better, but the rest of it, the majority of it, I was just not into it, so I almost bumped it to 3 stars since I liked the tail end, but since it was most of it that I wasn't really into, I left it at 2. And then the last thing I read for this chunk is Rat Queens Volume 2, The Far-Reaching Tentacles of Nerigoth by Curtis J. Weeb. I give this 4 stars. I am loving the series. It's like a D&D campaign in comic book format where the entire party is chicks. It's awesome. Like, if you think that sounds awesome, it's even better. I'm loving this. Can't wait for the next one to come in. Like I said, this is volume 2, but it's so good. Here is some of the art. But yeah, I'm loving this series. I can't wait to read the next one. As usual, if you have any questions, comments, or just want to talk about any of these, throw it down in the comments. I would love to talk about these books with you. Don't forget to subscribe. I will see you guys next time. I'm sure I'll have another wrap up soon because I have another massive pile of graphic novels to read. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.